You know, in the world of global trade, big policy changes usually come with a lot of warning. You see them coming months, sometimes even years in advance. But on September 25th, 2025, well, all of that went out the window with a single social media post that kicked off some really aggressive new tariffs. So let's dive into what exactly happened with this major shift in U.S. trade policy.
Yep, you heard that right. There were no long, drawn-out reports or big press conferences. The first anyone heard about these new import tariffs was directly from Donald Trump's Truth Social account. It just dropped. And it caught pretty much the entire global economy off guard. You had major news outlets, from Bloomberg to the AP, just scrambling to confirm if it was real.
And this quote right here, which reportedly came from the administration's internal thinking, really gets to the heart of it all. The goal couldn't be clearer: protect American companies. This one phrase really sets the stage for the pretty dramatic economic moves that came next.
Okay, so let's break down just how sudden we're talking about here. The speed from the moment this was announced to when it actually went into effect is a huge part of this story.
I mean, just look at this timeline. It's wild. The policy gets announced and confirmed on the very same day, a Thursday. And by the very next Wednesday, October 1st, these tariffs were officially the law of the land. That's less than a week for entire global industries to react and try to figure out what this means for them.
All right, so now let's get into the what. This wasn't some blanket, across-the-board tariff on everything. No, this was much more like a surgical strike, aimed at 4 very specific parts of the economy.
Okay, this table here really lays out the core of the whole policy. And wow, you can see it's a wide range. You've got a massive 100% tariff on brand-name drugs all the way down to 25% on heavy-duty trucks. But look at the details here, because it's not just about the numbers. There are carve-outs, right? Generic drugs are exempt, and companies that build factories in the US can get an exemption. The reasons given range from protecting iconic American truck brands to fighting back against what the administration calls unfair dumping, basically selling things like cabinets and furniture in the US for dirt cheap.
100%. Just let that sink in for a second. This tariff literally doubles the cost of importing these specific drugs overnight. It's designed to be a massive penalty, or you could see it as a massive incentive to really force these pharmaceutical giants to bring their manufacturing back to the United States.
Next up, we have 50%. This one hits kitchen cabinets and vanities. The argument from the administration is that foreign companies are dumping these products, selling them at unfairly low prices, and that this tariff is what's needed to level the playing field for American businesses.
So you're probably wondering, what connects brand-name drugs with kitchen cabinets and heavy-duty trucks? They seem pretty different. Well, to tie it all together, the administration used a very powerful and frankly pretty controversial justification.
And this right here is the legal engine that's likely driving this whole thing, Section 232. It basically gives the president the power to impose tariffs if imports are seen as a threat to U.S. national security. So the argument becomes that having a strong domestic manufacturing base for things like medicine or even trucks is a matter of national security. And here are the goals, laid out, plain and simple. It's a crystal clear reflection of that America First economic idea. The point isn't just to tax imports, it's a much bigger play to fundamentally reshape global supply chains, to protect specific American companies, and to use these tariffs as a big stick to push for more factory construction right here on U.S. soil.
Okay, so policy talk is one thing, but as we all know, money moves fast. So what was the immediate fallout? Well, Wall Street did not wait around to give its verdict.
This slide is just a perfect case study of what happened. On one side, you have Daimler Truck. Their stock took a nosedive. Why? Because they depend heavily on these huge factories in Mexico to build the trucks they sell in the US. But then look at Volvo. Their stock price actually went up. The reason? Their truck manufacturing is mostly based right here in the United States. The market instantly priced in who was about to get hurt and who was about to get a big leg up from a 25% tariff on imported trucks.
So, at the end of the day, this is way more than just a tax. It's an aggressive industrial policy, rolled out with incredible speed, and it's meant to fundamentally change where and how stuff gets made. It created winners and losers, literally overnight, and it definitely sets the stage for potential retaliation from other countries and some major long-term economic shifts. The aftershocks from this are really just beginning.